What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Now first off, I want to thank all of you for 300 subscribers. That's a good milestone for me. I know it's a bit small, but I don't care. Now, today I will be discussing probably one of the most overhated Thomas films of all time, Calling All Engines. And I will be discussing why this film is actually okay. Due to the failure of Thomas and the Magical Railroad, Entertainment decided to make a decision. Instead of making a theatrical movie, they decided why not they just make a special, a 1 hour special that they can just release on video and DVD, as that's what they did with their other franchise, Bob the Builder. So they said, why not we do this with Thomas? They would also later do this with Fireman Sam. Now, Thomas would get the most specials or more films than the rest of them because Thomas was obviously more popular than both of them. So Thomas would have obviously got this. And due to the special, we got more specials. So if it wasn't for this special, we wouldn't have The Great Discovery, Hero of the Rails, the super overhated Miss Young Rescue, let's think, Dave Diesel's, which is kind of bad. Let's see, Blue Mountain Mystery, King of the Railway, Tale of the Brave, Adventure Begins, Sora's Legend of the Lost Treasure, The Great Race, Journey Mount Sodor, and Big World Big Adventures, which is shit. Because those specials, we wouldn't get them if it wasn't for Thomas Calling All Engines. Thomas and Friends Calling All Engines really did save Thomas and Friends special. So you see, in this special, a new airport is being built on the island of Sodor, and all the engines need to help, including the Steamies and the Diesels. But they don't like to work together because, I don't know, they're different. No, this movie kind of depicts racism. However, a good message this movie has, and that is that both steam engines and diesels can work together. Even though they're different, they can still work together. This movie really shows, and I think Black Lives Matter would be sorted well better if they would just watch this movie, because this movie really shows that you shouldn't be racist at all, and that is true. You never should be racist at all. So as you can see, all the engines are showing the sights of Sodor. And for some reason, one of my big complaints is that why is Emily showing the windmill? Shouldn't Thomas show the windmill? I mean, at the start of every single, most openings, Thomas is seen going by the windmill. But no, why is he showing this new sort of suspension bridge? This was, I think this was first added into the special, but whatever it was, it's just, I thought it was just for toys or something like that. So here we are, so all the engines are going to shed, before Emily came. And in my opinion, Emily shouldn't have appeared in the special until Thomas had to go to his her shed in the special. So all the engines will have to cool their bodies to go to sleep. And as you can see here it is. Wait. Here it is. Edward has an angry face. Why is that? I want to know why. So, all the steam engines and the diesels have to work together to fix this mess, and Diesel 10 and Lady are back. Now, Diesel 10 gets a better role than Lady, but we'll discuss them later. So, the Fat Controller gives them the jobs to do, they have to be busy, and he tells all the engines about this. All the engines are really excited about this, and it really shows, as you can see here. So, as you can see, like I said, so Percy says that he's never seen an airplane before. Later, well, I think someone said it in the review, but I could have sworn he never said that in the movie. So, yeah. This special was made to celebrate 60 years of the franchise, and it was an okay one they could have picked. I think Great Discovery would have worked better for 60 years, because that film just feels like an anniversary special, but really it's not, it's just a special. Just like the song in it, just Thomas Your Leader and all that, like, that just really suits, and it just would work better. Also, this special, along with Thomas Cinematic Road, which is more of a movie, and The Great Discovery, are the only ones to use models. And this is the only one that is fully narrated by Michael Angelis in the UK and Michael Brandon in the US. As The Great Discovery was being narrated by Pierce Brosnan, and the rest of the specials, Hero of the Rail, Superman Mystery, they weren't fully them. It was just the engines really talking and all that. So yeah, this special, though, I think it suits. Yeah, I think it suits for 60 years of the franchise. So yeah. Also, this movie is about steam engines versus diesels. But unlike Dave Diesel's, where it's done awfully, in this special, it's done actually kind of good. So yeah. One good thing about Calling All Engines is the moral, okay? You might say, most Thomas specials have morals, but this special has a really, really good moral. You should always work together with people, because playing stupid games will win you stupid prizes, but playing fair games will win you fair and great prizes. Now, this special teaches really... That's a really good moral, I would say. Now, okay, you might say, what are you talking about? This special teaches a stupid moral. Well, first off, you're one of those people who doesn't concentrate on the movie, and you don't realise how it actually does teach a really good moral. Because if I put this on to entertain my kids, and they learned to be respectful and learn to work together with other people and not discriminate, I'd be a proud father. Now tell me, what do these specials teach you? No, you're not always right. Feel free to run away from home and hang out with someone random, and hopefully you'll get what you want in the end, and you'll return back home. See? Thomas specials need a better moral, and also, in specials after Calling All Engines, we have stunts after stunts after stunts. It's getting old, okay? It's getting old. Really old. One good thing about Calling All Engines is the songs. My god, these songs are great. Now, The Great Discovery, I do like this special, but the songs in it are kind of weak. Except Thomas, You're the Leader. That song is an earworm. I love that song. Like, when you listen to it, it will become an earworm. Like, that song is just so good. Like, it's just too good. Now, these songs are great, such as Busy, which is probably my favorite song in the movie. It's just so catchy and just... it's an earworm too. There's also Trying to Do Things Better, which is really good too. And also Together We Made It Happen for US releases. All these songs are great. I mean, my favorite has to be Busy, and then Trying, and then Together. However, okay, I don't think you might know, but there's actually a fourth song. Yeah, it's called The Dream Song. So, as you know in the movie, like James, Gordon, Edward, and Percy all have these dreams. So does Thomas, but Thomas's one is a good dream. Now, all these dreams were going to be in a song, but in the actual movie, they decided to make them just scenes of the movie, which I kind of thought was a better idea, in my opinion. You can disagree, but I think that was a better idea. One thing I want to mention is that when I was younger, I was absolutely terrified of the dreams the engines had. No joke, I was terrified. Okay, you might say, but Josh, this is a kid show. No, seriously, I was afraid to even touch this movie on DVD because I was so scared of these just things. I mean, the scariest one was the Percy one when he was on a roller coaster, because he was like wearing a mask on his eyes, and I thought, wait, what? And that really scared me. I said, what? And then another scary one was Edward as a scarecrow. That was really scary. And like seriously, as a scarecrow, that's a bit scary. And there's also James one and the Gordon one, which aren't scary as the Edmund Percy one. Now let's talk about the characters. Now we all know by now that the main characters are the Steamies and the Diesels, as well as a few human characters. Now, some steam engines or steamies don't get that much big of a role, such as Edward, Henry, or Toby, but the others do. And Diesels, some don't really get a role either. However, the two I want to discuss are Diesel 10 and the main man himself, Thomas. Now, everyone complains that Diesel 10 has become a good guy. Now, I will admit, I don't really want Diesel 10 to be created as a good guy. I just want him to be known as the evil Diesel. However, I decided to learn that it's fine for Diesel 10 to be good in this film. Why? Because this film doesn't work to have a villain in it. Okay, this film is about the Steamies and the Diesels working together for once. However, if there was a villain in this film, that would just ruin the entire concept. However, Dave the Diesels wasn't about that. Dave the Diesels is another film where Diesel 10 turns good in the end. He shouldn't have. He should have stayed bad. The reason why I'm saying this is because really, he should have, because that film is about action-packed hero, like versus villain stuff. Like Diesel 10 was gonna kick the ass of everyone, but no, he turns good in the end. Really, that film is supposed to be action-packed. However, this film is not, so I can understand why. As for Thomas, well, Thomas has a good role in this film. He isn't forced in like other films. Like, in this film, he does what's right. He's a smart decision. He cares for other people. Unlike in other specials like Journey on Sodor and Big World Big Adventures, he only cares about himself. But in this film, he doesn't. He cares about everyone. Everyone around him. He really knows what to do. He's a really nice fella in this special. One thing that fans complain about is even though Diesel 10 came back in this film, they wonder why he would just help Thomas after the events of Magic Railroad. But here's the thing, Magic Railroad might not be canon, and you might say, it is canon! But there are reasons why it's not canon, because it's not even owned by Mattel, it's owned by Sony. And it's never been confirmed whether it's canon or not. And in my opinion, I don't think it's canon. But if you think it's canon, that's perfectly fine. I just don't think it's canon. It's too unrealistic to be canon. However, I think it takes place in its own world. Lady also came back in this film, but sadly, unlike Diesel 10, she never appeared again, and she didn't really get a big of a role, she just was in a dream. However, we can just guess that Lady in the Thomas and Friends universe doesn't exist. She might just be a myth. Who knows? Lady might just be a myth. Unlike Diesel 10, she doesn't do anything. And also, by the way, she for some reason is working the mountains with Rusty. Why Rusty? And they're using a season 4 model, or should I say their season 4 model as Rusty. This was the last special for Rusty to be gender neutral, but there was nothing in the movie to make Rusty be gender neutral. But seriously, they could have gave Lady a bigger role. Also, Bernard Stone doesn't appear, so that's shit. Also, Derek appears, but he doesn't say anything. He could have spoke. I've also noticed that this special has a lot of stock footage from various season 8 episodes, as well as stock footage from an alternate ending of Percy's Scary Tale, you know, the Jack in the Pack episode, or should I say, Jack and the Solar Construction Company. I actually prefer that name. No joke, I actually prefer Jack and the Solar Construction Company. It just sounds cooler. Jack in the Pack just sounds plain. Anyways, they're from episodes like Percy's New Whistle, Fish, Thomas, James and the Fire Display, I think it's called, or Thomas and the Fire Display, I forget what it's called, no, I think it's called Thomas James and the Fire Display, and many other season 8 episodes, and I said Percy's Scary Tale. Then there's what I consider to be the worst part of the movie, the learning segments. Why do you have to put these in the movie? I mean, yeah, they do cross with the plot, but like, they're a bit silly. I mean, if you kept this as like a bonus feature, it would be great. But like, putting it in the movie, no. And I've heard The Great Discovery was gonna have learning segments in it. 3 learning segments, but I'm glad they removed them. Dear God. However, they were on the US DVD. Now, I think it was a better idea to keep them as bonus features. And they should have done this as well. Maybe there was like an option to like watch the movie with learning segments and watch the movie without learning segments. However, when this special aired on Nick Jr. in the UK, they removed all the learning segments due to time. And I think they removed Together, I think. Yeah, I think they did too. In conclusion, Calling All Engines is not a good film, or a bad film by any means. It's just okay. Now, you might ask, what do I rate this movie out of 10? Well, I give this movie a 5 out of 10. It is nowhere near as good as Magic Railroad and will never be as good as Magic Railroad, but it still does have some charm to it and nostalgia. And I will never forget this film, and I don't think it deserves the hate that it gets. I don't want it to be known as the worst Thomas movie of all time. I mean, it's okay if you like it, but like, don't like rub it in. Don't say this movie's so bad. I mean, don't rub it in. Just say it's just bad. You don't like it. I respect your opinion. Now, I'd like comments on this video explaining why, in more detail, do you hate it, or stuff I missed in this video. Since I hope I haven't missed anything, but if I have, please comment down below, and bye guys, and thank you for watching.